Hey friends, Sleepy here, and welcome to a brand new episode of my weekly gaming playlist series. Friday's here, so it's time to do a recap, do a little overview of the games I played this week with you, share my thoughts and opinions, and whether I think you guys should play them or not. Of course, I'd love to hear your thoughts and your opinions as well. So if you played any of the games I showed you today, let me know how you enjoyed playing them. Maybe there's something you liked about them, something you didn't like about them. I always enjoy hearing about the games you guys are playing, as that gives me ideas of games I should play and check out. And I'm always encouraging people to give me recommendations of games you think I might enjoy, especially Xbox 360 titles. I've been tearing through my Xbox 360 backlog this year. I've been having a lot of fun with it. I've got one game to share with you guys again this week. I'm actually on vacation, which is great. I've been on vacation since Monday. I'm off for 10 days, so I still got 5 more days. I don't have to go back to work till next Thursday, and I do plan to do some more gaming here. But I was really focused this week on beating one game that I had started playing last week, and I finally completed it, and it was awesome, and really enjoyed seeing the ending of this game, and that was Dungeon Siege 3 for Xbox 360. Now, this game is backwards compatible on Xbox One and Series X, so I played it this year on the Series X. When I originally played it years ago, it was on the Xbox 360, so it was nice to play it with boosted graphics and performance, and it was really awesome to finally get this game complete. There's 4 playable characters you can play as. You have Katrina, which she has guns, which is pretty cool. You have Reinhardt, who is a mage, which is who I picked and played as. I like mages. You have Lucas, who's like a knight, has a sword and shield, has some great powers. And then you have Ajala of Anjalali. She's a really cool Archon fire mage, a really awesome character, has a lot of great abilities and stuff. Read you guys from the back. Born from a legend to unite a legion, return to the kingdom of Ebb to define your destiny. As one of 4 unique heroes, reunite with the last of the returning legionnaires to rid the land of evil. As you collect countless treasures, upgrade your abilities, and acquire the ultimate combination of armor and weaponry, join forces to experience the true power of the Legion. Now, what's cool is you can play local co-op 2-player, but if you were to go online, you can play up to 4-player co-op. Now, when you do pick one of the characters to play as, you're locked in as that character. You can't swap between the other characters to play as them. However, the AI controls the characters for you. That's your companion. And you can pick one of the other 3 characters. And as you play through the story, you'll unlock the different characters. They have different abilities. And I really had a lot of fun with this. And the AI does actually a really good job. You know, if you get knocked down, they'll revive you. Unless you both die, then you obviously get a game over. But the AI in this is really smart. They do really good spells. They know when to protect themselves. They know when to protect you and how to revive you. And it was a really enjoyable experience. It was definitely not easy, especially as I got further into the game. I did buy the wonderful DLC for $9.99, which I'm so glad I did. I really wish I bought it earlier. I highly recommend, if you guys get the DLC, to buy it earlier, because it adds a lot to the game. It adds in new weapons and new abilities where you can actually enhance your weapons. And plus you get to have 3 hours of new side quests and the main story to go through, unlock new abilities and stuff for your character. So it's highly worth paying the $10 for the DLC. And you can still buy it on the Xbox One or Series. Obviously you can't buy it on the 360 marketplace because that marketplace is shut down. However, if you buy it on the new marketplaces, you can then download it to your 360 if you want to. So let's check out some gameplay of Dungeon Siege 3. Hey friends, we're back with some more Dungeon Siege 3. Been having a lot of fun playing this game the last 2 weeks. I've got over 16 hours now into my save file, and I'm very close to actually beating the game. I just have a few more main quests and a couple side quests to do, but I decided I wanted to start the DLC because the DLC actually takes place during the main story of the game, and so I decided I wanted to actually tackle it before I completed the game. And what's really important is the DLC does add in new weapons. It raises your level cap from 30 to 35. It also allows the ability to augment your game. I really wish I would have known that when I first started playing this game years ago. So I'm really glad that I bought this $10 DLC. Now, I will let you know though, guys, if you are playing it backwards compatible like I am on the Series X, you can't buy it through this menu. You actually have to go through the Xbox One or Series X's menu to buy it through the marketplace, because this goes through the 360 marketplace through the game, and that's been shut down. So you can't buy it that way, but it's still purchasable on the Series X or Xbox One. But then you can go back on your 360 and go to your download history and download it there. So there are ways to get it to play on the 360, but if you have a Xbox One or Series console, I recommend playing them on there. So let's check it out. It's really cool. This DLC takes place in a desert region. So it's got great graphics. I really love this game. Even on the 360, it looked great. And the Series X and Xbox One looks even better. You have 2 camera angles. You can zoom in real close to your character, but you can rotate the camera 360 degrees, which is great, because not all games are like that. And there's really good detail on the characters. You can also zoom in. I like to play it zoomed out. You can even go up and overhead a bit. So there's a bit of camera adjustments, which I do like. So I normally play it like this. I love these isometric action RPGs. It's got a great menu system as well. You have track of your characters you play as. There's 4 of them. Now, you can only play as one character at a time, and once you pick that character, you're stuck with the entire game. You can't switch between the 4 playable characters. However, you can have a co-op partner with you, whether you use a local person or the computer controls. And the computer does a really good job with it. I'm using Angelani, but you can change your party select with Lucas and Katrina as well. And as you play through the game, you actually unlock them. You can actually play this game 4-player co-op online through Xbox Live, which is cool. That'd be something neat to do. So you can play it that way. In your equipment, there is a lot of stuff to equip. You have your weapons. You have different pieces of armor to wear. You can see there's different ones. And obviously, just like other RPGs that you're going to play, you know, they're different color coded, where you have your plain ones, but then you have your epic and ultra and all that kind of stuff. And like this one is one of those epic type of ones that's really good. And so the better the color and price, the better the item is. And they all have their own different abilities. Now what's cool is having the DLC, you can actually augment these. So I've been able to power these wet rings up, like the one here, and I added new abilities to it thanks to the DLC. So I highly recommend getting that DLC because it adds so much to the game. You can even unlock ultra abilities for your moves that you have, which is cool. So I learned all this stuff reading about it, and I'm like, man, I really wish I would have bought this DLC sooner. And so you can power up your characters there. This keeps track of all your quests. Like, there's all kinds of side quests. There's like 28 side quests plus all the main ones to go through. So there's a lot to do to keep yourself busy. You don't have to do all the side quests, but I highly recommend it because it helps you level up, have all your different abilities for your different characters, which you can power up. As you level up, you're able to put a point into each of these, and that unlocks stuff. Plus you have a mastery level, so as you use it, you unlock a mastery, and you can actually max it out like here, and that unlocks even more abilities for you and keeps track of it all, which is great. This keeps track of all your items. You can look at them and see what they do. This is where you can augment them. You can also transmute and sell them because you only have so much limited inventory space. This is the lore you'll find in the game about the characters. So there's a lot to read here. You could spend probably a half hour or more just going through and reading all this cool stuff and background about your characters and the story and stuff. There's a lot to read here, which is great. This keeps track of your deeds, so as you do stuff in the game, you get permanent enhancements to your characters, like plus stamina, plus will, based on your choices, which is really cool. And you do have an influence meter with your party members, depending on how you react to a certain situation. Do you kill somebody? Do you save them? Your party members will react to that. You'll have an influence meter on them. And there's some achievements tied to raising it to the max, that kind of stuff. Then you have a basic thing you can do if you want to have multiplayer. You can allow people to join your game. I just want to play single player, so I keep it single player. There's topics on here and stuff like that. But really cool. Several abilities you can augment. You can have 2 different ones. Like I'm playing as Reinhardt, which is a mage character because I love mages. And there's a lot of stuff and loot to find as well. These little green rips that you see on the map and get up to, these are actually your save points. And I found that you can actually have up to 50 save slots, which is great. I like to have games that have multiple save slots, because in case the save file gets corrupted or something. And so I've been using almost all 50, and I like to save a lot, so that if I do let's say I mess up or something in a quest, I love that I can always go back within hours, and I can always reload an old save and save issues and stuff that you have. Because you just never know, you might make a wrong decision or something that really upsets you, and thank God you have that old save, you can go back. Now what's also cool too is the computer does a great job as your companion. They also will collect loot and gold for you, which is great. So that's really awesome. A lot of games, you know, they don't do anything, but she'll run over and get the gold for you. See? Went there and collected it, which is great. We're about to get into a little mini boss battle here. And your characters will talk to you at times. You will talk, and so will they. Great voice actors, amazing music, visuals.
This desert is not as empty as it seems.
So it's really cool. They will react to certain situations as well. So let's get into combat here. And the DLC does add in some new enemies to fight. So there's cool skeleton ones here, and a little skeleton mini-boss. And I love using this. Man, you can take a damage real quick. It's not an easy game, and I'm just playing on normal difficulty, so I could not even imagine playing this like on the hardest difficulty. Because look, my dude's almost dead, but I got some super abilities, like this. Oh, I'm already down. She can revive you if she gets to you in time, which is cool. You can revive co-op partners, and I can revive her as well.
Up and about again. Scholarship waits for no man's nap time.
Ooh, just unlocking achievements as well. And what's cool is there's a health icon underneath the fight, and people you're fighting, you'll see that it'll be green. When it gets to red, they're low on health. So it's color code lets you know what their health is at. There we go. And there's from random loot that you can find. You have the mini map here you can check out. You can zoom out. You can get rid of it. There's little stuff you can do, like jump right into your equipment by hitting the right D-pad. Left D-pad gets into where your quests are. So there are some hotkeys and stuff for you. If you hit up on the D-pad, it'll actually tell you where to go for your next quest. And there's a variety of different skills and stuff for you to unlock. And there are a bunch of achievements that tied to the DLC as well. So, you know, if you guys like getting achievements hunting like I like to do, definitely worth going through. And I would recommend doing the DLC towards the end of the game like I'm doing, because you can see that even though I'm powered up on level 27, the enemies hit a lot harder. So it's definitely meant for you to have played the game a bit. There's also a lot of chests in the regular game and this DLC that you'll find, and that's where you can find loot. Because you can find some great stuff there. Love this ability here. He calls down this big radius attack here. So any enemy within this that's caught in here gets damaged, and it does a lot, which is great. It's really helped me in a lot of boss battles. I really love Reinhardt though. And then we can see where the quests were going. And then see, there's even extra quests in the DLC here, which they keep as blue to keep from what the main quests are from the main game. But really fun game. I definitely think you guys should check out Dungeon Siege 3 if you've never played it before. It is on PlayStation 3 and PC, but I prefer it on Xbox 360 because it's backwards compatible on the Series X. Highly recommend you guys play this one. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed that look at Dungeon Siege 3. I'm glad to finally have this beat. It was definitely not easy. I had a lot of challenge with it at the end, and I was just playing it on normal. There is a hardcore difficulty, which I'm not even going to tackle for a while, but I had a lot of fun. It had a great story. I love the ending, because the ending is broke up through slides. Like, the game is told through a story. There's this main character, Odo, great voice actor. The game does have good voice actors and music. and he tells the story through like little picture slides. Well, at the end of the game, depending on your choices in the game, depends on how the story unfolds at the end. And there's a lot of choices, so everybody's ending can be a little bit different and tweaked different depending on your choices in the game. And the characters you play with will either approve of your choice or they won't like it, and so you have an influence meter with them, which is really cool. So they had a lot of good things in this game, and I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad that I finally completed it. I highly recommend you guys check out Dungeon Siege 3 if you ever get a chance to. It's a really cheap game. I highly recommend get the DLC because it adds essential stuff to the game, and then I would recommend doing the DLC much later in the game when you're a higher level, because that DLC was super difficult. It also raises a level cap that the base game is 30 to 35. And even being level 35, the game was still difficult, but a really fun and enjoyable experience. I used Lucas at the end. The night he really helped me to beat that final boss, because I was really getting upset dying over and over to him, until finally I had Lucas with me and I was able to finally beat the boss and was so satisfied, and I had a great time with it. I highly recommend you guys check it out. So let me know your thoughts if you played Dungeon Siege 3. Of course, I'd love to hear about the games you guys are playing, and if you have a recommendation on a game you think I might enjoy, let me know, because I'm always looking for new games to play and experience. I want to thank you guys for watching. Take care, have a wonderful day, and Sleepy will see you next time.